Welcome to another uneventful episode of this podcast. And this episode will be the audio only version because I won't be doing any public freakout commentary in this episode. Just taking a break from it. I just want to talk about a couple things. Then we get to the odd news. This past Wednesday, I went to an open mic in Jersey, and I need to get the stink off me because the open mic that I hosted a week and a half ago at my open mic was a fucking clusterfuck. Too many details to get into, but I wasn't happy with it. But, certain people want to sabotage you, and I don't know. That's just how it is. But I went to an open mic this past Wednesday, and it was cool because this is the only open mic that I go to that's out of order. Out of order. I only go to open mics that are fair on the list. They go in order. This open mic goes a little out of order, but I got there early, and they put me up number 8. And they had a lot of sign-ups. And now they didn't put me up number 8 because they like me. Like, this guy's a legend. He's hilarious. They put me up number 8 because I got there early, but it felt good to know I bumped all these stinking city hacks. These comedians who think because they do comedy in the city, they're better than everybody like me. And I went in front of them, so, and I had a decent set. It was weird. They had a meetup group there, and there was a black guy there. And he got drunk, and he was kind of awkward. He had like anxiety or something. He had something wrong. He was like, he wasn't a comedian. He was pacing around the room, and he looked out of it. And then he kept looking at these two white people behind him, and they weren't even bothering him. They were just watching the show. And I left. I got scared. I left. I was like, this guy looks like he's going to shoot the place up, and I'm not going to be here for that. Usually it's a white person who shoots the place up. So I left there, went to Taco Bell in South Jersey. It was delicious, hot. Better than a Taco Bell in Philly, tell you that much. And then I wanted to go out fucking last night, but I went out tonight instead. I went to the Motel 6 bar. There was nobody there, just me and the bartender. And I got drunk and had a conversation and stuff. And we talked about comedy and people and my open mic and other stuff. And I got to tell you guys, I just watched the movie Waited. Now, I saw this movie when it came out, Waited, with Ryan Reynolds, Anna Faris, Dane Cook, and Justin Long. It's a movie about a bunch of young people working in a restaurant, and I actually liked the movie. It sounds like I'm giving it a review because I've seen the movie so long ago, but I always liked this movie. Ryan Reynolds was way funnier than Dane Cook in this movie. I think because, and I'm not going to hate on Dane Cook, because when Dane Cook first came out when I was in high school, I thought it was funny. The whole running around with his shirt off and acting like a dinosaur and acting really crazy and goofy. I thought Dane Cook was funny. I was a Dane Cook fan. But Ryan Reynolds totally out-funnied Dane Cook because, I think it's because Ryan Reynolds is just a natural actor. And that's why. It was like one of Dane Cook's first movies. But pretty much they're in a restaurant called Shenanigans, and they play this game where you have to get a guy to look at your genitals, your dick and balls. You have to push it between your legs, you have to tuck it between your legs, and if you do it, you get to kick him in the butt. And there's also some other funny parts in the movie. And I rewatched it. I watch this movie at least once a year, and I'm like, this is a good movie. I'm not going to put it in my... I was thinking recently, what's my top 5 comedy movies? And I can't give you an exact list, okay? Or even a top 10. However, I can give you 3 movies, and one of them is going to be like, what? So I would put Coming to America in that list, because I just think it's a classic movie. Eddie Murphy and his characters... Really silly, goofy movie. I love the Soul Glow shit. I love all of it. Half Baked with Dave Chappelle, even though I'm not a pothead. When that movie first came out, my sister bought it on VHS, and we watched it tons of times. And this is going to be a weird one. Serial Mom with Kathleen Turner. Now, Serial Mom is a goofy movie. Hey, everybody. Welcome to TV and Movie Experts. I used to do a podcast with this other person called TV and Movie Experts, where we would review movies and shows. It's still on iTunes, by the way. I don't know why. It should have been deleted years ago, but whatever. It's still up there. But so Kathleen Turner's in Serial Mom. She plays a stay-at-home mom, and she kills people for goofy reasons. And it's the most silliest fucking movie. Like, she kills the guy for not wearing his seatbelt. She kills this dentist for being mean to her husband. She just kills people for dumb reasons. And then she goes to trial for all these murders, and she beats every single one of them by doing all this psychology shit. And I watched the movie so many times. I love it. And as far as other movies goes, I would put Superbad. I like even though I haven't seen the movie in years, I think Superbad was a good movie. There's so many funny movies out there. Some I would put in my top 10, some other. I couldn't write it down. I couldn't tell you. But regardless of that, yeah, so I watched the movie Waited. And then, there's a sequel to the movie called Still Waited. Now, for those who don't know, in this movie, which came out a couple years later, Justin Long does make a cameo in the end. And the chick who flashes her bush, not her actual bush, in the first movie is in it. And there's a couple other characters, but Ryan Reynolds is not in it, and Dane Cook is not in it, and many other characters. And this movie is funny because it has a pickup artist. Adam Carolla plays a pickup artist that teaches this restaurant owner. Oh, he teaches guys how to get laid. And this restaurant guy, this waiter guy from the first movie who couldn't pee because the guy looked at his dick, is a master pickup artist. And he has these hot chicks fighting over him. He does the whole push and pull thing where he insults them and compliments them. He's got them fighting over him. And this guy goes, dude, how did you do it? So he gives him the DVD, and he starts practicing the techniques. And I like that because no other movies pretty much talked about that kind of stuff, pick-up artist stuff. Because, these guys, there's dating coaches have all these DVDs and all this other shit. And it's kind of cool to see that in the movie. So not the best movies ever, but I do like the movie Waited. There's certain movies I just like to watch. There's a couple other ones I can't think of that I'll just randomly download. I don't know what kind of movies you guys are watching, but hey, put it in the comment section, huh? What kind of movies are you guys watching right now besides porno? Are you watching anything interesting out there? I don't know. But yeah, like I said, last week I went to Old City for the first time, and it was okay, but it was the same thing. I got drunk at Stowe's, I got some food, I went home. I had a Wawa burger tonight. It was pretty good, but the burger was hot, but the buns were cold, and that was not good. But I tore it up. I was really craving a Wawa burger, a double burger I got, with no bacon, just a double burger. And as you can tell, I'm pretty lit right now. I'm not super drunk, but I got another open mic coming up this Monday. I'm fucking hoping it's not going to be like the last one. I had 4 comedians from the open mic on Wednesday in Jersey tell me they're going to show up, which means if I'm lucky, one of them will show up. And then we'll see what happens. The open mic has potential, but man, it was a freaking, I had nightmares about the night. I'm not going to lie to you. Like actual fucking nightmares. But once again, we're taking a break from the public freakout commentary. I want to replace this segment with a new segment. I just can't think of it. But regardless, folks, I don't think it matters. This podcast should have been ended years ago, and it keeps going on. There's only one other person out there who wants to do this podcast, and he's a fellow comedian. I only see him a couple times a year. And every time I see him, we go, yeah, we should do the podcast, but I think he wants me to text him. And he has my number, and he never texts me. And now that I have a car, I could easily meet up with him, but we just haven't done it. And we should do at least one episode together. We'll do it's called a swap cast, which sounds kind of gay. Swap and cum. A swap cast is when you do a podcast with somebody else's podcast and you put up both episodes. So I'm not sure if that's ever going to happen, but he's been coming out to my open mic. We're going to do it, hopefully. When I say do it, the podcast, you dirty minds, fruits out there. And folks, that's it. This is the first but yet worst comedy podcast in Philly. This is your favorite podcast that most people will listen to. And we're going to wrap this up now with some odd news. All right, it's time to wrap this up. You know what segment this is. We just announced it. Let's get right into it. Pro-Russian Ukrainian politician punched, put in headlock by a journalist on live TV. So that was kind of like Ace Ventura when he got that Iron Finkel thing. You guys remember? I haven't seen the movie in so long. I still remember that scene. Husband slammed for upgrading to business class on flight and leaving his wife in economy. I mean, women always say that he's my king. Well, why can't the man act like a king? But I guess that's more of a black woman thing. Maybe it was a black guy who did it. I don't know. Raccoon falls through ceiling into packed LCU dining hall. So they were students were screamed at a cook tried to catch it in a basket. I wouldn't still got my food because he thought it was fake. They thought it was a prank. Brooklyn street gang charged with stealing $4.3 million in COVID-19 relief money after they flexed on social media. Yeah, people, they can't just keep the money. They always got to brag and take pictures. It's a bunch of joggers. He's wearing a yellow banana hoodie, and prosecutors said the gang was caught because they posted pictures and videos online. That happens a lot more than you think, actually. People get caught all the time because they just can't. Police say husband asked spellcasters to hex his wife before she disappeared. Well, I think a lot of husbands would say. Suspicious packages at Alabama courthouse turn out to be a Taco Bell order. Twitter roasted gamer got confused over woman having body hair. He has never been within 10 feet of a woman before. Well, I agree with him, actually. I mean, I don't think women should have body hair either. People are calling him an incel or something. Let the guy have his opinion. Leave him alone. My Pillows, Mike Landau, barred friends who Canada support a Convoy protest who's going to be dropping pillows from the sky. Entire cabin reported stolen in Michigan. That's some Grand Theft Auto shit. I'm playing Grand Theft Auto San Andreas again, by the way. That's why I keep saying Grand Theft Auto shit. I'm on the level right now where you gotta buy the house for that guy, Zero, and do all those crazy missions. Those missions are hard, man. It took me weeks to get out of those missions. Mom hilariously calls out toddler for living rent-free in her home. He's the king of the castle. Well, wait till he's 35 and doing a podcast in his basement. Wait till then. You're really going to want to get rid of him. Elephant Dong filters botanical mix for South African gin maker. Florida woman uses pandemic relief loan to pay a hitman, police say. Well, it's your money. You should be able to do what you want with it. Kyle Rittenhouse bought a rifle and, well, still my hero. Queen Elizabeth is launching a royal catch-up. Drunk brawl breaks out between two naked sisters at Disney World. Are they actual sisters, or I guess they are. A guard called an Uber to pick up two drunk sisters in Florida. The thing took a turn for the worse, a Jerry Springer-style brawl. One was 29, one was 31. And they're not going to show any of their pictures or any video. Someone has to have it on video. I mean, but I didn't do the public freakout segment this week, so. Man accused of lifting $25,000 dinosaur claw at a Tuscan gem show. A botched butt injection suspected after woman dumped at Bronx Hospital dies. Every once in a while, a woman goes under air. They try to get those butt implants. They can make all the money on TikTok and all the money on Instagram, and they die. They all want the big butt now, you know? Driver on I-405 caught using a fake skeleton as passenger in HOV lane. That's fucking awesome. Creative. Should have used an actual dummy. That would have been better, but tractor trailer loaded with cheese catches fire after crash. I guess that guy should find a new craft. That's a good one. Get it? Craft cheat. Right. You know what? You guys don't deserve me. San Francisco police linked the woman to a crime using DNA from her rape exam. Oh. You all know I don't make rape jokes on this program. I'll do it in my act, but not on this program. This is not a program. This is a podcast that a few people listen to. University of Chicago students demand school give $1 billion in reparations to Southside. Oh, shit! And if they got the $1 billion, would you think they would stop committing crime? Because I don't think they would. I thought about that. I said, you know, if these people get their reparations, I don't think that's going to stop them from all their shit that they do. University apologized for giving Asian students hell notes considered death threats for Lunar New Year. Jesus. States are trying to exempt cops from... Yeah, I read that last week. So that's it, folks. That is the end of this segment and the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed none of this. And I'll see you folks on the next one and all that jazz. You just listened to Go Fuck Yourself, Cuffy.